Hey Sam, I was just curious if you already arrived home or not.
Oh, Luna. No, not yet, sorry. But I am on the way home right now. Is everything okay with you?
Right, I was just asking because I'm going to be getting home a little late today.
Oh, really? Are you still at work right now? What time do you think you're going to get off?
I think I'll have to be here at least another hour, it seems.
I see. Maybe we could just go out for dinner tonight then. I feel like we haven't gotten to do that in forever. I'm just kind of killing time around your office right now.
I'm really sorry to do this, but I've just been working so much overtime, and I don't know if I feel like eating out. I'd probably rather just eat at the house. That is, if I can even get out of here in the next hour.
Oh, I see. Well, that's okay. I'll prepare something. No problem.
Thank you so much, Sam. I really appreciate it. I feel bad, though. I haven't been giving you too much of the housework to take care of, have I?
You haven't been doing anything of the sort at all, Luna. I know it's the peak season for your company and that everyone is really busy over there. And I know that I've asked you to do the same for me when I've been really busy with work too. Anyways, just let me know if there's anything specific that you want for dinner. I'm more than happy to take requests.
Well, since you're offering, I would love some kind of nice pasta dish. Does that sound okay to you?
If you want pasta, then pasta it shall be. Oh, and one other thing. I'll have to drop the car off at the shop pretty soon here, so would you mind commuting by bus for a few days?
Oh, right. I forgot that you were going to do that. Yeah, that should be fine. I'll be sure to just leave the car in the driveway tomorrow morning then.
No problem at all. I appreciate you doing that for me.
And thank you so much for always remembering stuff like that. I would have no idea when to take in a car or anything like that. I'm just really glad to have you. You're always doing so much to help out. I really just don't know where I'd be at all without you, Sam.
Yeah, I guess I might just be a little bit better at the hands-on kind of stuff. You even asked me to build all that furniture that we got from IKEA, remember?
I tried looking at those instruction booklets, but I just didn't understand at all.
Which is kind of ironic since your job is designing your pamphlets for companies that hire your services, right?
Yeah, that is true. But we have so many templates here that a lot of my work is more like filling in the blanks than real design work. Anyway, do you know how long the car is going to be in the shop for?
I'm thinking it should take 3 days at the most, and then everything should be fine. You're not in a rush to get it back though, are you? If you really are, maybe we can look into renting a car? Or I can pay the people at the shop a little extra to work faster?
No, nothing like that. I guess I was just so used to taking the car to work that I've forgotten what it's like to go by bus. And I'm a bit nervous.
Ah, gotcha. I'm sure it'll be fine, but yeah, no one likes being stuck on a crowded bus or dealing with confusing schedules.
But you're lucky because at least your work is right next to the subway stop. If anything, it would be more of a hassle for you to drive to work than it would be to take transit.
Well, my office does have a parking lot, but all the rest of my coworkers all drive, and I've seen my supervisor asking for rides home more than once. So I figured better to not take the car.
Well, that's one way to get out of having to deal with him, I suppose. But I get people asking me to give them rides back home from time to time.
Oh really? I don't know that you've ever told me that.
I'm sure that I have. You remember that one time you found a cigarette butt in the car, right?
Oh yeah, I guess I do. Is that what that was about?
I still feel really bad for letting that happen. But it was my boss asking me for a ride. So I felt like I couldn't say no when he asked if he could smoke in the car.
Right, I remember you talking to me about all of that. You know, you can always blame things on me for trying to get out of an awkward situation. You can just say that your husband is really strict and you don't have time to be dropping people off or else I'll get mad.
I'll remember that, but thankfully he hasn't been asking for rides very often lately. It's only every now and then that I end up driving my boss home.
I see. Well, as long as you're okay with it, I am too. Speaking of, I hope the rest of your work goes by quickly. Get home safe.
Hey Luna, I was just wondering if you're up already.
Of course I am. I'm in the hospital. All the nurses wake us up at the same time to serve us our breakfasts, which I've already eaten.
Oh, I see. Well, good morning. I just wanted to let you know that I was thinking of going to the hospital today to see you. Did you want me to bring you anything?
I would really appreciate some changes of pajamas. And maybe a new bath towel. What else? There were other things I was wanting, but I can't think of anything right now. Do you think you could bring some of the documents that the hospital sent you home with for me to look at?
Yeah, sure, I could do that. You were unconscious that whole time after all. It's okay to ease into things slowly.
You really don't need to worry about me. I'm the one who should be sorry. Can't believe this happened.
You don't have anything to apologize for, Luna. You were hit by some idiot who wasn't looking at the traffic lights. You were stopped and doing what you should have been. It was the other driver who was at fault.
I guess you're right, but I'm still so nervous. I mean, I was giving my boss a ride home when the accident happened, and I've heard that he's still unconscious.
That is true, but you really can't be blaming yourself for that, Luna. You did all that you could have, and that's all that matters.
But Sam, I can't move my legs. How am I supposed to live the rest of my life like this?
It'll be okay. At least you have use of your arms. Besides, the doctors think that with some physical training you could regain full movement again. You know, my dad had a stroke and thought he was going to be paralyzed, but now he's just fine.
I know, but your dad's stroke wasn't as bad as the accident that I was in.
That is true, but either way, the doctors seem confident that you're going to be just fine. So I think that we should listen to them.
I'm sorry, but I just can't share the optimism that you have, Sam. I just don't know what to do.
I understand, Luna, but I want you to know that no matter what happens, I'll be here for you. You just focus on resting and let me know if there's anything at all that I can do for you.
Thank you so much, Sam. I just hope that you remember to take care of yourself as well. Have you been getting enough sleep lately? I got a call from my mom, and she said that you were by my side the whole time until I woke up.
I'm fine. Don't you worry. I talked to my boss and he gave me the week off. I was just so overjoyed when you opened your eyes.
Sam, thank you. I don't know what else to say, but thank you so much. I'm so sorry for putting you through all this.
Luna, you really don't have anything to be sorry about at all. I know that the physical therapy is going to be tough, but you can do it. Your whole family and I are going to be there with you the whole time.
Okay, thanks again. I promise to do my best. I don't want to become a burden on everyone else, so I have to try my best.
You're not going to be a burden for anyone ever, Luna. But for now, you should just concentrate on feeling better. That's what will be best for everyone.
Sam, I just heard the news. Is it true that you're really going to try and divorce my poor little girl?
Hello, Regina. Yes, I'm afraid that what you've heard is true. I want to divorce Luna.
I don't believe this. I never once thought that you were that kind of person. You do realize that my daughter, your wife, has been in a terrible traffic accident, don't you? She might even end up unable to walk again, and you're going to leave her while she's still like this? It's unbelievable.
Regina, do you know how it was that Luna ended up in that car accident?
What are you talking about? Some idiot driver smashed into her while she was driving. What are you trying to say about the accident?
I'm trying to tell you that I'm not leaving Luna because she's in the hospital. I'm leaving her because she was cheating on me. and her affair led the accident that landed her in the hospital.
Excuse me? You think that my daughter was cheating on you?
That's correct, Regina.
My daughter was only giving her boss a ride home.
She was giving her boss a very different kind of ride before that, I'm afraid.
I don't believe this.
In fact, the driver of that car that slammed into Luna also recently regained consciousness and was able to talk to the police. And while it was true that the driver ignored the traffic light ahead of him, it was because my wife in the car across from him had her top completely off.
You have got to be kidding me.
And according to this other driver, he could see everything. He said that he got into the accident because his eyes were drawn off the road and into the car Luna and her boss were in. Nobody leaves this story looking good, in my honest opinion.
So then, my daughter was really having an affair behind your back.
It appears that way, yes. In fact, I was able to confirm all of this when the police gave me the footage they managed to recover from the internal camera. They were able to find at least 3 instances of those two hooking up in my car.
And so that's why you stopped going to check on Luna in the hospital, isn't it? You don't want to look after my daughter anymore after what she did to you.
I understand that this is a lot to take in all at once. And I'm sorry for making up my mind without telling you why, but now you know.
No, I'm the one who should be sorry. Now that I know the truth, I'm just furious. You must be furious.
No, I'm not really. I don't really feel anything when I look at Luna, to be honest. And when I gave her the divorce papers, I merely handed them to her and walked out of her room in the hospital.
Well, did you hear that her boss also recently just woke back up?
Oh, really? I hadn't heard that, actually.
Well, apparently he can only move his face. And Luna says that she doesn't have anything to say to him.
Oh, Regina, I'm really sorry that you had to be sucked into the middle of all of this. But I also hope that you can understand that it's difficult for me to be there for Luna right now.
No. Of course your actions make sense now. My daughter completely betrayed you and the trust you gave her. I wish she had never, ever cheated on you. Anyway, just know that you have my full support in whatever it is that you choose to do from here on out. And if there's any way I can help you, please let me know. I also want you to know that you have nothing to apologize for and that this is all Luna's fault. I'll tell her to sign those papers without putting up a fuss.
Sam, I'm so sorry. Please come and visit me here at the hospital. I really just want to talk to you one last time. We can't just leave things like this.
I'm sorry, Luna, but I'm not going to visit you again. I've made up my mind.
I know that I was an idiot. That I was my boss. I couldn't just say no to him. Don't you realize how hard it would have made work at life? I promise there was nothing real between him and I at all.
Well, in that case, I have one thing that I want to talk to you about. Was I such a bad husband that you felt you couldn't come to me about this?
I just didn't want you to worry about me at all.
If your boss was really forcing you to have sexual relations with him, then that's a huge problem. You would have been in the right to say to him, even if it meant quitting your job. I would have stood by you the whole time and helped take care of you while you looked for a new job.
But aside from my boss, I really loved that job, and I didn't want to leave it at all.
Well, I'm sorry, but I just can't accept that you didn't enjoy having the affair with your boss. After all, his wife reached out to me and showed me all the messages that you and him shared with each other.
Wait a second. You mean that his wife knows now?
That's right. She talked to your mom and then me when she showed the evidence. Not to mention the fact that the person who hit you woke up and said that he crashed into your car because he was distracted by you not wearing a shirt in yours.
Sam, I'm so sorry for this. I'm sorry for everything.
You're not sorry for me. You're only sorry that you were caught. Or did you think that your boss would never wake up, and that you'd never have anyone else to speak out against you? Because your boss also woke up, and he confessed to everything to his wife.
Maybe I did let things go just a little too far with all of this.
Too far? It seemed to me like you were enjoying plenty of what was happening according to your messages.
I swear that I was only trying to say things that I thought he would like.
Except there were times when you were the one asking when he could meet up with you. You liked having this illicit affair with your boss. Just admit it.
I'm so sorry, Sam.
Well, this isn't something you're going to get out of with just mere apologies. Did you think you wouldn't be caught if you kept your affair to the inside of my car?
No, it really isn't like that at all. You have to listen to me.
Well, it's a good thing that I had the drive cam replaced when I took the car into the shop. If I didn't, there might not have been any proof of what you did. The whole reason I got the cameras installed was because I was worried about you driving since you're always talking about not knowing enough about cars.
Sam, I swear this is never, ever going to happen again.
I know it won't. Because your body won't ever let something like that happen again.
Please don't say things like that to me, Sam. I knew that you're going to get sick of having to look after me.
It isn't that at all. I was ready to be by your side no matter what. I was so sure that this accident wasn't your fault. But you were the whole reason that it happened.
Well, it was night and figured that no one would be looking inside the car. Besides, how can you blame me when the other person should have had their eyes on the road?
You shouldn't have been cheating on me in the first place. What if you just went right home like you were supposed to instead?
But well, I don't think that's fair.
Do you have any idea how disgusted I felt when I watched that recording footage that the police managed to salvage from the crash? I was still willing to be by your side up until I watched that. That was easily, without a doubt, the worst day of my entire life.
And I'm so sorry that you had to go through that. That's just awful. But how am I supposed to live without you by my side, Sam?
Why do you think I'll help you after this? Why don't you just go to your boss and ask him for help? Or what about your parents?
Even my mom said that she never wants to see me again after I get out of the hospital. I don't have anyone left.
And just how do you think your parents feel after they learn the truth about what kind of person you are? You ought to be grateful that they've been by your side this long.
But the accident wasn't even my fault. You said so yourself, remember? You said that I didn't do anything wrong.
And the other driver is the one taking responsibility for the crash. Neither your mom nor I blame you for the crash. But we also realize the fact that you were in the middle of cheating when it happened. You've been lying to me about having to work overtime this whole time, haven't you? Well, now I don't want to ever see you again.
I'm so sorry, Sam. I don't know what else to say.
The worst part is that I had no idea before this. You got so good at lying to me about all of it that I never even noticed.
Please don't leave me behind, Sam. I promise to never betray you like this again. I promise to try my hardest at physical therapy and be a good wife to you.
And just why do you think that I'll ever want to take you back again?
No, don't you still love me? I thought you said that you're always going to be by my side. Or were those just lies?
Are you really going to try and talk to me about lying right now? You're in the mess that you're in right now because you were lying to me!
I don't know how I'm supposed to go on without you in my life, Sam. Even after I leave the hospital, I'll be all alone. Please don't divorce me. I need you, Sam.
Why not just get together with your boss?
What do you mean?
Well, I heard that his wife also wants nothing to do with him anymore. And that the two of them are also getting a divorce as well. Although she is going to be suing you for your role in this affair, of course. But anyways, your boss is soon to be single, and you two should just get together.
No way! I don't want that! You're the one I want to be with, Sam! You're the only thing in this world that makes me truly happy!
I can't believe that there was ever a time in my life where I really thought that was true. Luna was dragging her feet signing the divorce papers until her parents told her that they would never ever talk to her again if they didn't sign them. Finally, she agreed to, in the hopes of maintaining some connection with her parents. Although after being sued by me and her boss's wife, she had very little left to her name. As for me, I'm just happy to rid myself of the whole situation. I even put in a request to transfer with my job so I could leave this whole town behind. Luckily, Luna and I didn't have any children together, so it made the whole process of moving my life much easier.